tell us about your first Airbnb, because you had done some wholesales, you did a rehab, you bought a property in Cleveland by the hospital with the intent to flip it, but you kept it as an Airbnb. So how did that unfold?
Because I kept talking to other people that were saying that there was a short-term, medium-term rentals were much more profitable. And this was right by a hospital. So I was actually thinking maybe I could get a doctor or a nurse that would rent this place and make a few extra $100 a month. And so, as it just progressed, we just decided, let's give it a shot. So we furnished it. We knew going into this that it had the potential to be what another investor friend of mine calls a unicorn. It had a double lot. It was a fenced-in yard, and it had a huge garage that had already been partially converted into an apartment mother-in-law suite. So I thought in my mind, maybe this could be a house hack kind of situation. If we finished that garage and we could rent that out to nurses and that out to doctors, then there was the potential for that to cover our mortgage and our bills. And, eventually that Airbnb can be almost running at 80% profit, because there's going to be towels and, linens and costs of, snacks and things. But for the most part, what if I could get that paid for? And that's exactly what we've done. And we've been operating like that for almost 2 years.
So you're focused on cash flow and appreciation. You're getting both in this property. But how much exactly? What is it costing you, and how much are you making?
Well, the mortgage for the home itself is right around $900. Our utilities, on average, it varies, but I'd say it's about $400. So that house costs us about $1,400 a month. We're getting $1,460 from a male nurse, a travel nurse, who's been in there for now almost a year.
In the garage?
In the garage, yeah. Which is, again, like it's a house. That garage is literally paying for everything, building equity for us. And then anytime I get guests that come in there, we're keeping that cash flow. And that's about $3,000. If you average it about the year, we make about $3,000 because the slower months in the winter take away from it. But it has just been absolutely huge. That house itself paid for us the down payment that we put on the house in Sandusky. We bought another home in Sandusky as an Airbnb. And then it was carrying that place while we were doing rehabs with no problems. And we weren't taking any money out of our personal accounts. This was the business sustaining itself already with just the one house.
Right. So that's not really a passive income business. I would call the Airbnb business model, that approach to real estate investing, that's more an active income business. It's almost like you're wholesaling or you're flipping, because there's just the business element of you have to rent the property out every couple days or week. You've got to get it cleaned. You've got people moving in and out of or renting that house throughout the month. You could have 2, 3, 4 people in that house. So it's incredible that you're generating $3,000 a month. But I want to make sure that people understand the Airbnb business model is not truly a passive income business model. It's the cash flow is there, the appreciation is there. But if you want to set it up truly as a cash flow business, and I think you're getting to this point now, because you're evolving from actively managing everything you're doing.
Yeah.
To, you said you were excited just last week. You told me that your wife is who has a job that you've described as just soul sucking for her.
Yeah.
She's ready to jump into your real estate investing business. And from your perspective, now she's going to move from her career to running your real estate investing business. She'll handle the day-to-day operations of the real estate investing company, which will make it mentally more passive for you. But I think talk about that transition. How'd you make that decision?
To go back a little bit, it's important that people that are watching this, that they understand what you just said is absolutely 100% fact. This is not passive. It is a business that you have to run on a day-to-day basis. Now you can systemize it. So you build up your network, and that's a super important component that helps it ease the tension for sure. But you're always going to have those moments where someone's calling you. How many times have you walked in a room and I'm like, oh, no, you have to clean it today. I'm still running the business, but it can become super passive, especially if you use the right software to do that.